Hi and welcome to the Arsenal Circle. Here to talk to you today about the latest fixture between Bournemouth and Arsenal. What a game. I've just got back from it. It's the second game I've gone to this season. And what a game to have gone to. I'm so happy I went to this one. And if I'm a bit quiet or my voice is a bit off, it's probably because it's gone. The limbs on that last goal. We'll get on to it. Let's start talking about the lineup, because I'm going to start this one off not in a positive light, because this is where I think we went wrong today. This is why we conceded, well, maybe not conceded 2 goals, but this is why we didn't get back into the match as quick as we may have liked. It's because of the lineup. We started Tomiyasu, which again I don't get. Every single time in recent memory we've tried Tomiyasu. We did it against City. We did it in a game before that as well. It just hasn't worked. Tomiyasu has not looked the same as he used to, and he's just not that guy anymore in midfield. He's not that presence. And not in midfield, sorry, in defence, he's not that presence. But yeah, he also doesn't give that attacking option that Ben White does, and I think Ben White coming on in the second half was the completely correct decision. But other things that we did, again, we kept Trossard through the middle. He did get injured though. I don't know if that was the right decision to keep Trossard. I think maybe we could have given Nketiah a go again today. Vieira being on the pitch, though, I don't think was the right decision. He didn't have a good game at all. His ratings definitely nicing him. I don't know why we're experimenting in things like the league, though. It's really not a good idea, especially when... Sorry, especially when there's a title on the line. I just can't believe it. I actually cannot believe what I've just watched. But yeah, let's go straight into it, because we conceded in 8 seconds. 8 seconds it took them to score. Just fell asleep defensively, and they got that goal. They punished us for it, and from then on, you knew it was going to be a hard game. You knew it was going to be a hard game, because they sat back. They had 11 men behind that ball at all points. And you know what? They defended very, very well, and I'll tell you what they did, which is really annoying, is abuse the system. They need something in football that just takes down how many seconds a keeper wastes in a game, because Neto is ridiculous. He didn't get a yellow card for time wasting in this match. That yellow card you see on your screen was for arguing with a referee, not for time wasting. He didn't get one for time wasting. Why not? No idea, because ever since they got that first goal, he time wasted as much as he humanly could. 30 seconds every time he had a goal kick. 30 seconds every time he got the ball. 30 seconds minimum. That adds up. He got the ball a lot of times, And in that first half, it was particularly frustrating because, it's the first half. How are you time wasting that much? And I get it. Bournemouth are in a relegation scrap, and they need some points from somewhere, but I don't know, it's a bit unsportsmanlike in my opinion. From the second, I can understand it if it's in the second half, and I can understand it once they were 2-0 up to be doing that, but why are you doing that in the first half? He really should have got yellow in that first half for it, and then his second yellow for arguing with the ref. But they're never gonna give him a second yellow for time wasting, which is ridiculous. You have to at this point, because the amount of games, I can't remember which game it was, but I think it was Newcastle. Earlier in the season, we only played, I think it was 40. We only played about half the match. Half the match the ball was in play, which is just ridiculous. How is that possible to happen? And again, same thing that's happened there. But yeah, that first half was really, really depressing to watch. Just unable to get back in that match. They had 11 men behind the ball at all times. As I said, we could not score from a corner to save our lives. We had about 15 corners in that first half. In total, how many corners did we have? 17 corners in a match. We did get a goal from one of them in the end, but 34 total shots. Oh my god. And they had more big chances. I'm not surprised, because our shots, really? Oh, that was, okay, those were free kicks, but some of these weren't really shots. I'm sure of that. look at that XGs on those shots. We just got frustrated, and look at the possession. 81%. We might as well have played a League Two side. We were all over them, I'm telling you. So much better than Bournemouth. But we just didn't. Again, it's the same problem. I'll tell you we needed today. We needed Gabriel Jesus. We didn't have him. We just didn't have that last result, that final result. It wasn't in us. But yeah, let's go on to the positives. Let's go on to the positives because there's no point moaning about it. I mean, there are some concerns. But once you're 2-0 down, you know what I'm thinking? I'm at the ground. That incredible atmosphere. Everyone's behind the team still. No one has stopped chanting. It's as if we're 2-0 up. You'll never see anything like it. It's incredible. Seriously, the Arsenal fans this season, incredible. But yeah, fully behind the team, and that is when we needed to win that match. Once we go 2-0 down, a title-winning side wins that match, and that's what we've done. And that's exactly what was going through my head. We need to win this match if we want the title. A point isn't good enough. We won't win the title if we get a point. And we got all three. That's got to be the 4th game this season. We've had a last-minute winner. It's brilliant. It really is. I'm loving it. Yeah, again, half-time, they scored again from a corner. Bit of a lucky goal. Realistically, we shouldn't have conceded either of those goals. I think we just fell asleep a little bit and let them in. But Bournemouth did deserve their goals. They deserved from the chances they had, they deserved their goals. But overall, they didn't deserve to have 2 goals, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, I don't know how to articulate that in any other way, but oh my god. Yeah, no. From there, let's go on to that Partey goal because Partey was running the midfield. Let's give a special shout out to Partey because seriously, we've missed him when Jorginho's been in, and I know Jorginho's had a couple good games, but we saw him last week. Not last week, earlier this week against Everton. Didn't have a great game. Partey came on integral, and he was today again integral to that midfield. A beautiful game from Thomas Partey, winning the ball back so much, progressing the play, trying to get forward. You know, we didn't have Granit Xhaka today, so Partey had to do a lot of that work because Vieira plays a lot more forward. Well, it doesn't. Well, not a lot more forward, but he doesn't track back as much as a Granit Xhaka. So we did have almost 4 attackers. And we still couldn't score until Partey, not a good goal by any stretch of the imagination. A corner, a corner, come to Emile Smith Rowe. He's headed it, back post, Partey smashed it in. Goal, good. We needed that goal. We so needed that goal. And when it came, it was beautiful. And again, the reaction to us scoring the goal, you would think that was the goal to get us in the lead. When our fans celebrated it like we were in the lead now. Not that we still had another 2 to score for this result to be deserved. Or not deserved. You know, we're expecting 3 points off of AFC Bournemouth. Anyway. 8 minutes later, it doesn't feel like it was 8 minutes later, but Reece Nelson comes on in the 69th minute. Instant impact. This guy was all over Bournemouth when he came on. Let's give a round of applause to Reece Nelson just straight away because he was brilliant. He came on that left side, just offered something that Emile Smith Rowe didn't, and that's a bit of flair. Smith Rowe, he's a brilliant football player, and I would have loved it if he got a full 90 for us in the league or in the Europa, and I think he's capable of doing that, but he does lack something that our other wingers give us. Something that Saka gives us, something that Martinelli gives us, something that Nelson gives us, which is a bit of flair. And that's why I prefer Smith Rowe in the centre. It's a personal opinion, but he's never going to start over Odegaard, is he? So we'll have to see what we do then. But Reece Nelson, just a couple step overs, just a bit of pace about him, a bit of something about him, you know what I mean? There was just that it factor. And he got right past that Bournemouth. I don't know who it was now. Smith, probably. Got right past Smith or Mempham or one of their defenders. Whips it in. I mean, it was a brilliant cross. And to be honest, someone probably should have gotten the end of it before they did. But falls to Ben White. Neto saves, or thought he did, but the ball was over the line. And we all enjoyed that one. We loved that one. What a goal that was as well to score. Oh, gosh. And, from then on, you just felt it, You just felt that we had that last one in us. And, by the way, before we get onto this last goal, there was about 4 or 5 VAR decisions in this match that should have, maybe not should have, could have gone our way. But VAR has been very inconsistent because not a single one of them is in Arsenal's favour, really. And again, I don't know, just the referees could not stop us from winning this match. They tried, they really did. And I don't like to go on and on about the referees, but seriously, how Neto didn't get sent off in this match. Couple fouls should have been yellows. I mean, Memphis did get a yellow, but 2 yellows in total is incredible. You would have thought they should have 5 from that match. Yeah, very, very, very unfortunate with the way that the referees were not on our side at all. There was, I think, 2 handballs, 2 or 3 handball appeals, 2 or 3 shirt pulling appeals. Some of them just don't get looked at because the player doesn't go to ground. I think Xhaka got his, not Xhaka, Vieira maybe got his shirt pulled and they didn't even bother to look at it. I don't think. Why? I get it. I get that how VAR works. They have to be convinced that the referees got it wrong, but I don't know. Again, it's just a bit silly. But yeah, both substitutes scoring in this match. It's just brilliant. It's so brilliant how we won this game. Partey giving the man a match. I think he deserves it. But let's go on to that last minute winner. We are fighting for that goal, and there was a point where I thought, you know what, we're not actually going to get it. But oh my gosh, Reece Nelson, give him all of the praise because that finish is exceptional. To do it with that much pressure in the last kick of the game, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Reece Nelson. Smashes it, not top bins, scrappy shot, but a good shot. You know what I mean? A good scrappy goal. And the limbs at full time. Oh my gosh, you'll never see anything like it. If you had gone to that match, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. Just absolute scenes, and there's not many words to say except exceptional. A couple performances that I want to highlight because we do talk about the match and then we go on and we now talk about the performances. Saka, consistent, had a good game. Odegaard was given quite a high rating. A lot of disagreements amongst Arsenal fans, I think, over Odegaard's performances. A lot of people saying he didn't have a good game. A lot of people saying he did have a good game. I thought he had a good game, personally. He was playing the ball left and right. I mean, he didn't get that odd ball over the top as much as you would have liked in this match, but I thought he was okay. Same with Martinelli. He was making those runs. He probably should have scored, but again, he's not a striker. We've tried him at the striker now, and it does work. It's effective, but I think his finishing definitely needs a little bit of work. So, Martinelli, again, an okay game. Vieira, as I said, didn't have a great game. Now, I did want to talk about this for a bit, because whilst I didn't think he had a great game, he definitely didn't have a bad game. His positioning was brilliant, and whilst he wasn't the best at tracking back, he was always in the right space, right where you would need him to progress that ball forward. And, I think the problem with him, he didn't track back as much, and he lost the ball a couple times. That was his problem. Zinchenko, brilliant game. He was all over the place from left back, dictated the game from left back. It's incredible. And to be honest, I think that's so harsh on Ramsdale, by the way, that's 6.2. I'll go on to that in a minute. But our back three here really had a good game. They didn't have a bad game at all. They didn't put a foot wrong. And those 2 goals weren't really at fault for. Ramsdale wasn't really at fault for. Saliba particularly, what a game! This guy is 1 week I think Gabriel's better, 1 week I think Saliba's better, but they're both just brilliant football players, so good, and the presence that Saliba gave us today, he just won everything back. Solanke tried to get through, no. Billing tried to get through, no. Semayo tried to get through, no. Wasn't allowed. Yeah, and Ramsdale, why is he given a 6.2 here? Because I get it, he's let in 2 goals, but he made, I think, 3 crucial saves. 3 saves that, not many keepers in the league could have saved, and I'm just so proud of him. He had such a good game. No idea. I assume he's got given the 6.2 because he conceded twice, but he played brilliantly when he was needed. He didn't have to do much, but he did much when he did need to, and yeah, again, just pretty good. Most of the team played pretty well. I think the problem was just breaking down that defense, and a title-winning side wins this game, and we did. What a performance! So proud of the boys. Yeah, Mikel Arteta, he started off the game, didn't get it right with the lineup, but he ended the game getting it right, rectifying his mistakes. Brilliant performance from him too today, because you do have to commemorate the manager when it goes his way, and when he's part of it. Arteta is definitely part of it. I mean, just look at this. This doesn't happen without Arteta. Yeah, let me know what you thought about the game in the comment section down below. I still can't get over it, and I'm going to be raving about this one until we play Sporting on Thursday. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and the match review. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.